It wasn't the crash that baffled investigators, it was the car. On March 21, 2004, Vermont police found Brianna Maitland's sedan pressed backward into an abandoned farmhouse, keys dangling in the ignition, as if someone had carefully parked a secret. No blood, no struggle, just a half-eaten snack, a paycheck from her last shift, and a single footprint in the mud pointing away from the vehicle. 20 years later, we're still asking, if Brianna didn't walk away, who carried her? It starts with a car. Not just any car, a 1995 green Dodge Spirit, its rear bumper wedged backward into the crumbling siding of an abandoned Vermont farmhouse. The driver's door hangs open, swaying in the wind. Inside, a half-finished soda sits in the cup holder. A paycheck from the Black Lantern Inn, dated March 19, 2004, rests on the passenger seat. And on the floor, a single sneaker. But where's the driver? 17-year-old Brianna Maitland left work that night, just after 11 p.m. She told her co-workers she'd see them tomorrow. She never did. For 36 hours, no one realized she was missing. By the time police found her car, the fog had rolled in, erasing footprints. The only witness? A moonless sky. Here's what doesn't add up. The crash made no sense. No skid marks. No debris on the road. Just a car carefully placed against that farmhouse, like a twisted work of art. Keys in the ignition. Wallet untouched. No blood, no struggle, just silence. Even veteran detectives called it unnerving. One later confessed. It felt staged, like someone wanted us to find it, but not her. 20 years later, Brianna's case remains a wound that won't heal. A family still waiting, a town still whispering, and a question that claws at anyone who hears her story. How does a teenage girl vanish into thin air? Stick around. We're digging into the evidence, the rumors, and the chilling details that keep this case frozen in the dark. Brianna Maitland wasn't a ghost. Not yet. She was a straight-A student who doodled song lyrics in the margins of her biology textbook. A girl who'd spend weekends hiking Vermont's backroads with her childhood best friend, Emily, snapping photos of abandoned barns with her thrift store camera. She loved cherry Slurpees, hated licorice, and dreamed of becoming a neonatal nurse. Why? Because she'd once held her baby brother during a seizure and realized, I want to be the person who makes things okay. But there was another side to Brianna. In the months before she vanished, her mom noticed changes. Withdrawn texts, unexplained cash. Late nights she'd blame on study groups, but her grades began to slip. Friends whispered about older men in beat-up trucks idling near her school. A local diner owner claimed she'd once tearfully refused a ride home, muttering, I can't involve you. Then there's the comment she made at work, 2 weeks before disappearing. A coworker asked if she was okay. Brianna stared at the floor and said, if anything happens to me, it's not an accident. No elaboration, no context. Just a 17-year-old girl, voice trembling, as if pleading with the future to listen. Was she entangled in something dangerous? Or was this teenage angst magnified by hindsight? We'll never know, because the Brianna who laughed until she snorted at inside jokes and the Brianna who hid burner phones in her backpack are both gone. What's left is a mosaic of contradictions and a family clinging to the version of her they loved most. The girl who still owes her little brother a rematch in Mario Kart. Brianna Maitland clocks out of her waitressing shift. She's tired. It's her 4th night in a row covering for a sick coworker. The security camera above the back exit catches her walking to her car, a green 1995 Dodge Spirit. She's alone. No one follows her. The timestamp reads 11:14 p.m. as she pulls onto Route 118, heading east toward her friend's house. 11:20 p.m., Route 118, a local truck driver, later interviewed by police, recalls seeing a green sedan moving slow, like the driver was lost. No brake lights, no erratic swerving, just a car crawling through the fog. This is the last confirmed sighting of Brianna alive. 11:30 p.m., the gap in the timeline for the next 36 hours, Brianna's life becomes a void. No calls, no texts, no credit card activity. Her phone goes straight to voicemail. But here's the problem. No one reports her missing. Not yet. March 21, 2004, 9:15 a.m. A farmer named Harold Wilson notices something odd near the abandoned old Dutchburn farmhouse. A car, rear first, is lodged into the rotting wooden siding. The driver's door yawns open. Inside, the keys dangle in the ignition. A half-eaten bag of pretzels spills across the passenger seat. Brianna's paycheck from the Black Lantern sits neatly in the center console. Her makeup bag? Tucked under the seat, lip gloss still inside. But no Brianna. 9:45 a.m. Police arrive. Officers initially assume it's a hit and run. Maybe she panicked and fled. But the evidence defies logic. No skid marks on the road. No debris from a crash, just a single cracked taillight. Tire tracks show the car was reversed into the farmhouse at an angle, as if someone parked it there deliberately. Muddy footprints lead away from the driver's side, but vanish after 3 steps. One deputy later said, "It was like the car fell from the sky." 12 p.m., the search begins too late. By noon, 9 units comb the fields. Helicopters buzz overhead, but the weather betrays them. Rain washes away scent trails. The farmhouse itself yields nothing. No fingerprints, no hair strands, no signs of a struggle. Just silence. March 22, 2004. The first red flag. Brianna's parents finally file a missing person report. Why the delay? They assumed she was staying with friends, a common habit for the free-spirited teen. But when police check her usual hangouts, the truth sinks in. No one has seen her since that night. March 23, 2004. The rumors spread. A waitress at the Black Lantern tells police Brianna had been acting jumpy all week. She'd rush outside during smoke breaks to make hushed phone calls. When asked who she was talking to, Brianna shut down. "You don't want to know." April 2004. The first break. That goes nowhere. A psychic tips off police about a nearby pond. Divers find a pair of jeans, size 4, Brianna's size, but lab tests confirm they're not hers. A farmer reports seeing 2 men in a pickup truck parked near the farmhouse days before the disappearance. Detectives track down the truck, only to learn it belongs to a 70-year-old church deacon with no criminal record. May 2004. The drug theory explodes. An anonymous caller claims Brianna owed money to a local dealer. Police question known criminals, even raiding a meth house 20 miles away. But again, nothing. No witnesses. No physical proof. Just whispers. 2006. The FBI steps in. Forensic experts re-examine Brianna's car. Using UV lights, they detect faint traces of a struggle. Scratches on the steering wheel. Hair follicles, too degraded for DNA testing. A partial palm print on the rear bumper. Never matched to anyone. The case is reclassified, not a runaway. Likely abduction. 2010. A chilling letter. Brianna's family receives an unsigned note postmarked from New York. She's not in Vermont. Stop looking. Handwriting analysis concludes it's likely a hoax. 2019. A father's deathbed plea. Bruce Maitland, Brianna's dad, dies of cancer. His final words to reporters: "Tell them to keep searching. She's out there. I feel it." 2022. The cadaver dog clue. A volunteer search team brings in a cadaver dog named Coda. He hits on a spot 200 yards from the farmhouse, a patch of loose soil. Excavators dig 6 feet down and find animal bones. Another dead end. Why did it take 36 hours to report Brianna missing? Who reversed her car into that farmhouse? Was the crash site a message or a distraction? And why has every lead dissolved like fog in daylight? Brianna Maitland's case isn't just a timeline, it's a maze. Every turn leads to a wall. Every clue taunts. You're close, but not close enough. So we're left with a car frozen in time, a family forever searching, and a haunting truth. Somewhere between that moonless Vermont night and today, Brianna Maitland became a ghost. But ghosts don't vanish. They wait. Theory 1. A tragic accident. Let's start with the simplest explanation. Brianna worked a double shift that night. She was exhausted, stressed, maybe even distracted. On her drive home, a deer darts onto Route 118. She swerves, loses control, and crashes into the farmhouse. Panicked, she flees into the woods, disoriented. Hypothermia sets in. A tragic accident, case closed. But here's why that doesn't add up. No footprints. The ground was muddy. If she ran, there'd be tracks. Instead, only 3 steps, then nothing. The car's position. Crash experts say the Dodge Spirit's damage doesn't match a high-speed collision. The rear bumper was pressed into the farmhouse, not smashed. Like it was nudged into place. Her belongings, why leave her paycheck and keys? If she fled in panic, wouldn't she grab her wallet? Her phone? One detective put it bluntly: accident victims don't tidy up before they disappear. Theory 2. Foul play. This is where the shadows deepen. In the weeks before she vanished, Brianna's behavior shifted. She'd vanish for hours, return with cash she couldn't explain. Her friends warned her about a guy named D, described as older, sketchy, always watching her. Then there's the two men spotted near her car days before March 19th. Witnesses called them rough, like they'd been in a fight, lingering near her parking spot at the Black Lantern Inn. Drug angle. A jailhouse informant swore Brianna owed $2,000 to a meth dealer. They wanted to scare her, he claimed. Things went too far. But police found zero proof. No texts, no drug residue in her car, no dealer named D in their files. Stalker theory. In 2006, a woman came forward claiming her ex-boyfriend, a convicted abuser, bragged about driving a green car into a barn around 2004. Detectives tracked him to Florida. His alibi? A time-stamped work log. Dead end. The burner phone. Brianna's mom later found a prepaid phone hidden in her daughter's bedroom. Calls traced to a tower 30 miles away, but the number was untraceable. Who was she talking to? The problem with foul play? Too many maybes. Not enough proof. Theory 3. The Maura Murray connection. Buckle up. This one's stranger than fiction. 2 months before Brianna vanished, 21-year-old nursing student Maura Murray disappeared in New Hampshire. Both cases share eerie parallels. Abandoned cars. Maura's sedan was found crashed on a rural road, no sign of her. Timing. Both vanished in winter in remote New England towns. Mysterious backstories. Rumors of personal struggles, secret relationships. Could a serial predator have targeted young women in the area? Or was it a grim coincidence? The differences: Maura's car showed clear crash damage. Brianna's looked staged. Maura left a cryptic note in her dorm about a family emergency. Brianna left a paycheck and a half-eaten snack. Maura's case had tire tracks leading into woods. Brianna's footprints vanished. Investigators publicly deny a link. Privately, some admit it's too odd to ignore. The bonus theory. Something else. This is where the rabbit hole spirals. The runaway theory. Could Brianna have faked her disappearance? She joked about starting over in California, but she left her cat, her favorite necklace, and $43 in her bank account. Not exactly runaway behavior. The cult angle. In 2010, a man claimed Brianna was seen at a commune in upstate New York. Police found nothing, just another false hope. The cover-up. Conspiracy forums swear local police botched the case. Why? A rumor claims an officer's nephew was at a party with Brianna weeks prior. But records show that officer wasn't assigned to her case, and the nephew had a solid alibi. The cadaver dog twist. In 2022, a volunteer group brought Coda, a cadaver dog trained to detect human remains, to the farmhouse. Coda circled a patch of soil 200 yards from the crash site, barking furiously. Excavators dug 6 feet down and found a deer skeleton. Another cruel tease. The unanswered question: so where does that leave us? Accident? Too neat. Too many gaps. Foul play? All smoke, no fire. Connection to Maura? A coincidence that chills the bones. Maybe the truth is hiding in plain sight. Maybe Brianna's case is a Rorschach test. We see what we fear most. A predator. A mistake. A ghost. But here's the hardest truth. Without a body, without a confession, without a miracle, Brianna Maitland remains a question mark. And question marks don't close cases. They haunt them. So what do you think happened? The first lead. Keith, March 25, 2004. 5 days after Brianna vanishes, her best friend tells police she was scared of someone named Keith. Detectives scramble. They comb through her texts, school records, social circles. But there's no Keith. No voicemails. No scribbled notes. Just a ghost. Was it a nickname? A misunderstanding? Or a lie? Her friend sticks to the story. To this day, Keith remains a shadow. The jailhouse snitch, April 2005. A prisoner serving time for armed robbery claims he has a deal. I'll trade Brianna's killer for early release. His story: Brianna owed $5,000 to a drug dealer. When she couldn't pay, she was killed and her body dumped in Lake Champlain. Police dive into his claims. Problem number 1. The dealer he names? Dead from an overdose in 2003. Problem number 2. Brianna's bank records show no large withdrawals or deposits. Problem number 3. The snitch changes his story 3 times. By May, the lead is dead. The snitch? Back to his cell, smirking. The FBI's struggle. The FBI re-examines Brianna's car. Using ultraviolet light, they find scratches on the steering wheel, as if someone clawed at it. 2 strands of hair, not Brianna's, stuck in the rear seatbelt. A partial palm print on the trunk, too smudged to match. For a moment, hope flares, but without DNA or a database match, the evidence is useless. One agent admits, it's like chasing smoke. The Canadian sighting July 2008. A truck driver swears he saw Brianna at a gas station in Quebec. She looked right at me. Same eyes, same scar on her chin. Police cross-check security footage. The woman, a 25-year-old college student from Montreal. Not Brianna. Another dead end. The cryptic letter October 2010. Brianna's mom opens her mailbox to find a handwritten note, postmarked New York City. Stop searching. She's gone. You'll never find her. Handwriting experts analyze the slanted letters, the smudged ink. Conclusion? Likely written by a teenage prankster. But Brianna's family can't unsee those words. The psychic's pond, a self-proclaimed psychic, insists Brianna's body is in a pond near the farmhouse. Divers spend 3 days searching. They find a rusted bike, a soggy teddy bear, and nothing else. The phantom phone call, a tech expert claims Brianna's burner phone pinged a tower in Los Angeles in 2007. Police subpoena phone records, only to learn the tower was destroyed in a 2006 wildfire. Another false flag. The father's deathbed plea. Bruce Maitland, Brianna's dad, dies of cancer. In his final days, he begs police. Check the old Bartlett farm. I had a dream she's there. Officers humor him. They search the rotting barn, the overgrown fields. All they find? A faded missing poster, weathered by 15 years of rain. The cadaver dog disappointment. A volunteer search team brings Coda, a cadaver dog, to the farmhouse. Coda races to a patch of dirt, digging frantically. The team's hearts race until they unearth a deer skeleton. The 4,000-page case file today. The Maitland case fills 4 cardboard boxes in a Vermont State Police storage room. Inside, 200+ tips, all investigated, all useless. 52 confessions from attention seekers. 12 hair samples, none matching a criminal database. 3 polygraph tests passed by suspects, but polygraphs lie. The most damning document? A 2018 memo from a retired detective. We missed something. I can feel it. But God help me, I don't know where. The coldest clue of all in 2023. A forensic artist creates an age-progressed photo of Brianna at 36. Her mom stares at it and whispers, "That's not her. That's a stranger." And maybe that's the hardest truth. After 20 years, even if Brianna were found, who would she be? The girl who loved cherry Slurpees and Mario Kart is frozen in time. The woman she became? A ghost. The question without an answer, so why keep searching? Because the Maitland family still lights a candle in their window every March 19th. Because retired detectives still meet for coffee muttering, "What did we miss?" Because somewhere in a storage room for 1,000 pages scream, "This isn't over." But for now, the case remains a locked door. And the key is still out there. There's a farmhouse in Vermont where time stopped. Its walls sag under the weight of 20 years of rain. The roof yawns open to a sky that refuses to answer. And in the dirt nearby, a single sneaker, size 6, caked in mud, rots silently. This isn't just a crime scene. It's a grave for questions. Brianna Maitland's case isn't about what happened. It's about why, in a world of satellites, DNA, and endless noise, we still let stories like hers slip into the dark. The fragility of a life. Brianna wasn't a statistic. She was a mosaic of ordinary moments, texting her mom emojis, humming Taylor Swift in the shower, stealing fries off her little brother's plate. But here's the truth no one wants to say aloud. We are all one wrong turn from becoming a mystery. A missed call, a dark road, a split-second choice. Brianna's case terrifies because it whispers, "This could be you. This could be your daughter. This could be anyone." The geography of Disappearance, Vermont's beauty, is a liar. Those postcard forests? They swallow screams. Those rolling hills? They hide secrets. In 2004, Montgomery had no streetlights on Route 118. No traffic cameras. No neighborhood watch. Just miles of blacktop and blind curves. By the time police launched a search, the rain had scrubbed the earth clean. Brianna didn't vanish. She was erased by the landscape itself. The family's forever war. Bruce Maitland died in 2019. His last words? Tell them to keep looking. His widow, Kelly, still sets a plate for Brianna at Thanksgiving. Her brother, now 28, wears her old hoodie to bed. This is the hidden toll of missing. A family becomes archaeologists of grief, sifting through memories for clues. Was she scared? Did she call for us? Is she still out there? Their love is a wound that won't scab. The technology trap. We live in an age of answers. Phones track our steps. Drones map forests. AI solves cold cases. But Brianna's story mocks our arrogance. Cadaver dogs? Fooled by deer bones. DNA? Too degraded. Satellites? Blind to a car hidden in plain sight. The harder we hunt, the louder her case roars. Some truths refuse to be found. The ghosts we create every year. Hikers visit the farmhouse. They take selfies where Brianna's car once sat. They whisper, "Do you feel her here?" But Brianna isn't in that rotting wood. She's in the 911 calls that went unanswered, in the tips that led nowhere, in the way we still Google her name at 2 a.m., craving closure like a drug. She's a mirror held up to our fear of the unknown and our guilt for looking away. The ugly comfort of mystery, let's be honest. We need Brianna's case to stay unsolved. Because if it closes, we lose the ghost story, the campfire thrill, the illusion that somewhere justice still wins. But her family doesn't want a legend. They want a bone, a tooth, a shred of proof that she mattered enough to mourn. Closing. The poster in the wind drive through Montgomery today, and you'll see it, a sun-bleached missing poster clinging to a telephone pole. Brianna's smile is fading. The phone number is disconnected, but it flaps on, stubborn as a heartbeat, a reminder that in the end, we're all just stories. And some stories won't let us go. Even now, the clock is still ticking. 20 years ago, someone made a choice. They climbed into a car. They reversed it into a farmhouse. They walked away, or carried Brianna Maitland into the dark. That person is still out there. Maybe they're watching this right now. Maybe you know them. Maybe you've shared a coffee with them, laughed at their jokes, never suspecting the secret they bury. But secrets rot, and it's time to dig. Direct appeal. The power of a single voice. If you know anything, a rumor, a slip of the tongue, a midnight confession overheard, call the Vermont State Police tip line at 802-244-8727. No detail is too small. No memory too fuzzy. That useless fact you've clutched for decades? It could be the thread that unravels this entire mystery. To the person who knows the truth, this isn't just about Brianna anymore. It's about the life you've built since 2004. The family you love. The guilt that follows you into every room. Come forward. End this. For the rest of us, share this video. Tag someone who loves true crime. Post her name, her face, her story. Algorithms won't solve this case, people will. The cost of silence. Every time Brianna's case fades from the headlines, her family relives the worst day of their lives. Her mother still sleeps with Brianna's childhood teddy bear. Her brother visits that rotting farmhouse every March, leaving a cherry Slurpee, her favorite, on the hood of an invisible car. But here's the truth. Silence is a weapon. Every time we look away, we gift her killer another day of freedom. Another day her family drowns in what-ifs. Your role in this story, you don't need a badge to be a hero here. Share her poster, link in the description. Pressure authorities. Demand transparency via social media. Stay vigilant. Notice the coworker who flinches at Brianna's name. The neighbor who refuses to talk about 2004. This isn't just true crime entertainment. It's a 20-year-old scream trapped in the dark. Be the echo that sets it free. Final words. Justice is a verb. Brianna Maitland isn't a case. She's a daughter, a sister, a girl who loved terrible rom-coms and hated the smell of gasoline. She's the friend who'd lend you her last dollar. The stranger who'd make you laugh in line at the grocery store. Her story doesn't end here. Not unless we let it. Stay curious, stay safe, and never stop asking questions. This isn't goodbye, it's a promise. We'll be watching.